Prescott, Mr. Dak Prescott.
But that gives them the head-to-head, right? So that even if they do beat them, that means that they got a game 2 on Philadelphia. Philadelphia is the better team. I think they stay focused. I love how Jalen Hurts continues to stay focused and keep this team keeping the main thing. I don't see the Cowboys coming back and erasing this two-game lead that they have. They might not have any hiccups. Who knows? Maybe the Giants. You talk about the first game between the Giants and the Cowboys. They almost beat the Cowboys then. So who's to say that they're not going to have any hiccups? D. Wood.
That was another one started by Rush, Cooper. Go.
They've already had their hiccups. That's what's interesting to me about this, right? Like, they've already been through a 5-game stretch without their quarterback. They've had injury issues. They have guys coming back from injury. Like, what if all of a sudden Tyron Smith is playing left tackle again in December? The Eagles haven't had anything go wrong. And it's pretty rare. You guys tell me who played in this league. Pretty rare to go 17, 18 weeks without anything going wrong. So if something starts, if some injury situation or something does happen in Philadelphia, could close the gap.
Jump in here, Nico.
Be careful. We got some Philly fans that are like, you're putting bad juju out there on us.
It's unusual. They won the Super Bowl. They had injury problems.
So when I think about the Cowboys, they are a good football team. Dak is a great football player. Is he going to take them to the next level? I don't see it happening. I think that the Eagles, with the way that the roster's built, the way that they are aggressive in their mentality, starts with Kelsey up front and their offensive line and their quarterbacks playing at a high level with confidence. With that being said, the Cowboys are a good football team. I don't think they're better than the Eagles.
Okay, here's my issue with all of this. And maybe all of you who are, I'm not going to say doubters, but who are on the other side of D. Wood and I on this, maybe you're all right. But it feels to me like we are disrespecting Dak Prescott to some degree in this conversation. Just how good a quarterback is he? Because if he is as good as I perceive him to be, then his healthy return is an enormous, should be the most impactful thing that happens in the second half of the entire NFL season beyond Josh Allen's elbow. That's how good I perceive Dak Prescott to be. How good do you perceive him to be?
I mean, we're talking about Cooper Rush to Dak Prescott. That's huge.
Huge.
That's huge. That's huge. Oh, wait a minute.
That's not the conversation.
What is the conversation?
What is it? Dak Prescott. So Dak Prescott is not one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Let's keep it real.
Is Dak Prescott one of the best quarterbacks in the league?
Jalen Hurts has passed him.
Oh, get out of here. At this moment, you're ready to say that
Jalen Hurts is a better runner, and he's more accurate right now, and he has better weapons on the outside. Jalen Hurts has passed Dak Prescott as far as the ranking as the quarterback.
No injuries.
Well, Dak is going to come back from the thumb or whatever. You're prepared to say it right now, 9 games into a season, that at this point, Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Yes.
We're comfortable saying that.
I'm comfortable saying that.
Look.
The numbers show. The numbers don't lie.
I think the issue is, like you talk about high-impact addition of Dak Prescott. They went 4-1 without him. The impact can't be that significant, right? They can only be one game better. But if something goes wrong in the course of a game, if they fall behind, if they, in the playoffs, I think Dak Prescott enables them it gives them more of a ceiling offensively than they have with Cooper Rush. In terms of whether he's better than Jalen Hurts, I mean, I don't know. Jalen Hurts, to me, he has a dynamic element to his game that Dak doesn't really. But he hasn't been at it as long. We haven't seen him.
I'm sorry. I need to look something
Dak
up.
has done.
Can I look something up? Nico, help me with this. I got to put my glasses on now because sometimes I don't see so well without them. So let me look this up here if I can. Okay.
Yeah.
Which team led the league in points scored last season? Which team scored the most points of any team in the NFL last season?
It doesn't matter.
The past. That's the last time Dak Prescott was healthy. They led the NFL in scoring, and we're talking about him like all of a sudden this kid who was.
And what happened?
And
what happened?
They ran out of time because their coach doesn't know how to call a play. That's what happened.
Hold on. We always assume because if they would have got the other play that he was going to score a touchdown.
No.
He still had to score a touchdown.
Yeah, they still had to do something.
Why does D. Wood have that look on his face?
Oh, no. Please go ahead and continue because I'm enjoying you talking. We got people at this table right now making it seem like Dak like a scrub or something.
No.
He's not top 10.
He's not top 10.
No.
Dak Prescott is not one of the top 10 quarterbacks.
No, he isn't.
The guy. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.